posters can say so much about a movie, some of it true, most of it false. But at the very least, they should say something. No, this isn't the poster for Alice's Restaurant Massacre. It's Blood Diner. It's got good art, but what does it say about this movie? Johnny Rockets closed 3 hours ago? It's a diner with the lights off. Is that supposed to be scary? Even the tagline is pretty bad. First they greet you, then they eat you. Ugh. Over the years of seeing this poster, this image never once inspired me to watch Blood Diner. It looked forgettable. And going by the movie's low number of ratings on IMDb, you could safely say that most people are only watching Blood Diner as it goes into the trash. Sitting in there, most won't realize that Blood Diner is a hilarious, wacky, unpredictable cannibal caper, not while it's sinking deeper into last week's banana peels. And no, you can't pull that movie back out of the trash. No. You see, Blood Diner is not just goofy, not just good. It is absolutely 100% trash. It really does belong there. And you're gonna love it. Brothers Michael and George Tuttman have everything a child could want and need. A loving mother, toys, and a purpose. Sure, that purpose is a promise to carry out a mission that their deranged and soon-dead uncle Anwar put them on. He's a Lemurian cultist who seeks to resurrect Sheetar, an even deader goddess from 5 million years before time. Hey, it beats having student loans, I guess. The years pass on, but the brothers never forget their promise to Uncle Anwar, starting a vegetarian restaurant and digging him up from the grave. But the vegetarian restaurant isn't vegetarian, and their uncle isn't dead. Oh no, with the power of dark magic, the two brothers resurrect Anwar as a jarred brain and begin making good on that promise they made to him to resurrect that prehistoric bitch, Sheetar. Now the two brothers are murdering unscrupulous women, wrestling with little Jimmy Hitler, and planning the ultimate ritual to bring back the old ways. A blood feast, a ravenous rave where only the hippest sleazoids and wastoids will gather to become Lemurian monsters that chomp down on hips, lips, and even the hands that feed them. Chief amongst the chaos and creatures gathered at this blood feast is the body of Sheetar, a foul, Frankensteinian mockery of humanity composed of the various victims of the Tuttmans' insidious, revolutionary, magical vegetarian lifestyle. With events coming to a head, a virgin waiting to be sacrificed, and the king of white trash emceeing, the Tuttmans hope the blood feast will call across the stars to Sheetar. Sheetar? Shitter. Sorry. Hoping to satiate her with copious amounts of blood, babes, and boobs, and whatever else she got that's not nailed down. Throw it at her. Will it look cool getting thrown into a monster? Do it. Will any of this work? Will it fail? Will you know what's going on, and much less what's in your mouth? Patrons of the Blood Diner ask themselves the very same things. Blood Diner is fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid, it's brilliant. From the moment when one of the brothers tosses a corpse out of the way like it was a Halloween prop, I knew something funny was going on. This movie was clever. As clever as a resurrected dinosaur that is fully self-aware it's at a theme park dedicated to man's folly. Blood Diner is a horror gore movie that is a mean-spirited, loving, vomitous kiss to life. It's a parody of serious culture, a parody of stuck-up people, a parody of movie critics, a parody of Hollywood, you name it. This movie's pissed off at it and making fun of it. It's RoboCop patrolling street trash. It's a wink to the people out there who could spend all their time listing how many different ways our world is fucked up, how bad our society is, but would rather just laugh about it instead. That's what Blood Diner is. Directed by Jackie Kong, who never got the bigger break her comedy chops clearly are hungering for, Blood Diner boldly admits that it is trash. Because most things in our world are trash. So it's important to be better at being trash, to be the best at being trash. And god damn it, Blood Diner is better at being trash. It owns itself entirely in a gloriously silly style, And with that understood, no matter what you think of that poster, if you like it, if you don't like it, if you don't like gross out movies, if you don't really like horror, I guarantee you this movie delivers more than a Pizza Hut in a college town on the 20th of April. More people should watch it. It's fun. Now, for those of you who are worried about the gross out factor of a movie about cannibals, cooking people, yes, there are gross scenes, but it's never too nasty. Having grown up with a family that thought Hallmark cards about farts were the height of comedy, puke and shit humor is really not my thing. But it's a thing, and this is a movie about a nasty diner that serves up tax collectors for lunch. And while the dishes are filled with olives, they aren't needlessly slimy or moldy or gory. This movie didn't gross me out, which is impressive given that it was written by a guy named Dookie Flyswatter. No, I'm not kidding. His name's Dookie Flyswatter. Look it up. Or don't. But don't mistake this restraint in the movie for weakness. No, the movie is like a blowout boxer. It's staggering itself for the audience, so they aren't too stuffed for that explosion of nastiness that's coming at the end. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Speaking of the end, I was barely over having a random puppet in the movie multiple times that talks somehow. It's very confusing. The big titty workout massacre that happened, and even the Hitler backup singers, I was just so overcome by all these things that it blew my mind when the movie, out of nowhere, featured my favorite Wagner opera piece, the Tannhäuser Overture. Right at the end of the blood feast, the finale, if you will. And boy, that is a finale. To feature random opera music, it's hilarious. This is a movie about people being run over by cars while the soundtrack gives up. It's hilariously weird. And to have that in there, the stars are aligning. This is a black magic movie. And this is magic. Is amazing. Throw in a great cast that all seems well in on the joke and delivers their lines in a very comedic fashion. All the neat little touches that are in scenes in this movie randomly that I noticed, like light shining through a door to really emphasize that somebody's breaking in. All these little memorable, odd things, and you've got just quite the stew. Blood Diner, in my opinion, sits right in the middle of the menu of lesser known but more knowing 1980s horror movies like Society, The Stuff, and Terror Vision. Whether you want to be covered in Flickratchin influences, callbacks to Herschel Gordon Lewis, vomit, blood, or even olives, this is the diner for you. I am always so happy I have found movies like this one, and I'm also just a bit sad that there's one less great movie to discover in my future once I found one. I'm kind of scared that I won't be able to find many more movies like this, so it's a great thing when it happens. Like life, I guess, Blood Diner is a bitter dish. So, next time you walk by the trash, stop. Look down. Look deep inside. Push aside the Hallmark cards about farts, the bad movie posters, and really look. You might find messes, you might find mold, but you might also find something much worse to find in a trash can. Unfairly judged and overlooked magnificent monsters. Remember, life sucks, but your movies don't have to.